All right, let's talk about the Chevy Bolt. It's been a go-to choice for a lot of people dipping their toes into the EV world. But for 2027, things are getting a massive upgrade. And I'm not just talking about a little facelift here and there. No, we're talking about some really fundamental changes that make this EV way faster to charge, a whole lot smarter to drive, and just easier to live with day to day.
Now, at first glance, you might think, hey, that looks like the Bolt I know. And you're not wrong. That practical, compact shape is definitely still there. But the real story, the big story, is what's happening underneath the sheet metal. This is way more than just a simple update. It's a huge leap forward for what's arguably one of the most important affordable EVs out there.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll look at 5 key things. We're going to start with its brand new platform, then get into the massive charging upgrades. After that, we'll check out the new digital cockpit, see what's up with its smarter range, and wrap things up with the new driver assist tech.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the foundation. This is the big one, the change that really makes everything else we're about to discuss even possible. We're talking about the platform.
So what's really at the heart of this huge 2027 update? Well, Chevy didn't just, slap some new parts on the old model. Not at all. They've completely re-engineered the Bolt from the ground up, starting with its very skeleton, what people in the car world call the platform, or the architecture.
So, the new Bolt is moving over to General Motors' latest EV architecture. What does that mean? Well, think of it like building a house on a brand new, modern foundation instead of an old one. This new base is designed specifically for electric vehicles. It makes the car more efficient right out of the gate, and it also means it's ready for whatever new tech comes down the line. It's all about making this thing future-ready.
Okay, so a new platform is cool and all, but what does that actually mean for you when you're driving it every day? Great question. And that brings us to probably one of the most important upgrades for any EV owner: charging.
The biggest deal here, hands down, is charging speed. The 2027 Bolt can now handle much faster DC charging that's direct current charging. The super fast kind you use on a road trip to get back on the road quickly. This is an absolute game changer. But it's not just about how fast it charges. It's also about where you can charge.
And yeah, this is huge. The Bolt now comes with native NASC support. That's the North American Charging Standard, but you probably know it as the Tesla plug. This means you can just pull up to a Tesla supercharger and plug right in. No adapters, no hassle. This one change just blows the doors wide open on the number of reliable, fast charging spots you can use. It tackles one of the biggest headaches people have had with EVs for years.
All right, let's move inside the car. The place you'll actually be spending all your time. The cockpit has gotten a complete overhaul, and it feels so much more modern and connected.
The whole experience inside is just new. We're talking about a way bigger infotainment display right in the center, a brand new, crisp digital screen right in front of the driver, and maybe the best part, it has Google built right in. That means navigation, voice commands, it all just works, seamlessly.
And you can really see the thinking here, right? It's not just about slapping bigger screens in the car for the sake of it. The whole point is to create a smarter, more connected driving experience. The system can even plan your road trips for you, automatically figuring out where you need to stop and charge. It just makes everything so much easier.
Okay, so the 2027 Bolt charges way faster, which is great, but it's also a lot smarter about how it actually uses that energy. So let's talk about range and efficiency for a minute.
So how did they pull that off?
Well, it's a combination of things. First, there's a new battery chemistry. It's called lithium iron phosphate, or LFP for short. All you really need to know is that these batteries are known for being super durable and are also sourced more ethically. You pair that with some really smart energy management software, and the two things work together to give you a dependable, real-world range much more efficiently than the old Bolt.
What that means for you is that the range number you see on the dash isn't just some best-case scenario number that you'll never actually hit. The whole system is designed to give you a reliable, predictable range that you can count on for your daily commute, for running errands, and for those weekend trips.
All right, last but definitely not least, let's talk about the tech that's actively helping you out while you're driving. The new Bolt is really focused on making you feel more confident and comfortable behind the wheel. And your confidence is going to get a major boost thanks to some updated driver assistance systems. But here's the big news. For the very first time, you can get a hands-free highway driving system on the Bolt. So whether you're stuck in traffic or cruising on a long road trip, the car just feels so much more composed and capable. So let's just step back and put it all together. When you look at the whole picture, the evolution from the old model is crystal clear. We're talking a massive leap forward in the basic platform, in charging speed and where you can charge, and in the tech you interact with inside the car. So what's the big takeaway here?
The bottom line is that all of these updates come together to create a car that is just ready for the future. It's faster to charge, it's easier to live with, it's way more connected. It's basically been built to meet what we expect from an EV today, all while holding on to that original Bolt promise of being a practical, everyday electric car.
And that really leaves us with one big question to think about. The Bolt EV has obviously evolved in a huge way. It's smarter, it's quicker to charge, it's more connected. But is this the evolution that finally makes an affordable, mainstream electric car feel truly compromise-free? That's the big question, isn't it?